Hey guys, this is Nick from University of Michigan Flint's Innovation Incubator. If you've been following our short video series, we've been interviewing local entrepreneurs throughout the community for National Entrepreneurship Month. As an extension of that, we have a longer video here with a local entrepreneur, innovator, inventor, Lloyd. Thanks again for joining us, Luke.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If you guys don't know his story or if you haven't seen the other videos, he is a former professional basketball player, a coach, and the inventor of the Dribble stick. And so if people didn't see the video, give us a quick explanation of what the Dribble stick is.
Well, the Dribble stick it started as a basketball training tool to help kids learn how to dribble properly and help them learn how to control the ball, and has since evolved into more of an interactive basketball training system that has a phone app that kids can plug into, so that way they can find workouts to do and practice on their own. They can track their scores in our basketball workbook, and so that way they can kind of hold themselves accountable. And I think as players hold themselves accountable, they gain confidence, because now they can look and say, man, last week I was only doing 10 of these and now I'm doing 20 or 50, 25 or whatever. So they can see that improvement, and I think in seeing that improvement ultimately builds confidence, which is something that they can take onto the court when they play in the game against real defenders and against real competition. So,
right. And this is an incredible invention. There's so many facets to it.
Thank you.
But obviously nothing starts out at that finished product. And you're
right.
pretty well known for your phrase, failing my way to success.
Yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit about your journey from idea to what we have today as this great system?
Yeah, sure. It's been a 10-year process to get it to this point, so it's been a long grind. There's been lots of people that have helped me develop the idea, as far as taking it from one step to another. So many people that it's hard to mention, but still those people were a very valuable component to developing it. But the Dribble stick started as an idea in my mind, and I had it from training kids and working with different players from all ages, and I was like, I just need something more. I was using cones and chairs, and I felt like I needed something more dynamic to really get my point across and to really get the kids to do what I wanted them to do fundamentally, so that way that they could transfer it to the court. So I went to Home Depot and pieced together, basically some PVC pipe that which is a great thing to use to start your idea. If you want to structure something, PVC pipe is a great way to start, because it's so versatile.
Right.
So many different elbows and things you can use. But kind of took that around and started to build the proof of concept, and noticed that it was working and that kids were having fun with it and kids enjoyed it. So through a series of probably 10 or 15 different prototypes, we came up with a Dribble stick that we sold and put into boxes, and then in turn sold for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. We had our own website, and we were doing it on our own, and then I was lucky enough to get to show it to Skills, and went out to San Diego to meet with Skills and to kind of demonstrate the product, and they fell in love with it. And so over the course of the next year or so, they developed a product which is very similar to ours. This one has the top part can hold the ball, but other than that, structurally it's pretty much the same. We used a rubber horse mat at the bottom, which it's just a lot cleaner, the Skills version. But then through that process, now we've sold we're starting our 5th year in stores, Dick's, Amazon, East Bay, although those aren't stores, but Dick's was our first store, and they jumped on board right away. So then since then, continuing to develop the content that goes with it, I had a workbook that I had developed with around 250 different moves that kind of went with it, and linked in with FitCom, which is an app company, or they developed an app, a fitness related app, and they needed they wanted to kind of add more dimensions to their fitness world, and so they needed a basketball guy, and I had the content to go with the Dribble stick, and so they helped me piece together the phone app, which now allows kids to see the videos of how it's supposed to be done, gives them a timer that shows them when they're supposed to change from one move to the next, shows them what moves next, and then also fitness tests inside there where they can track their score. They can put their score right inside the phone app itself, and it'll as a leaderboard where they can kind of see where they stack up with other kids around the world, you know. So it's a really dynamic app that I think kids will like once they get into it. It gives parents a chance to say, you know, parents, not all, maybe the parent wasn't into basketball, or maybe they were and they're just looking for new drills. Now they have the opportunity to kind of say, all right, here, go do this workout. It's going to take you 20 minutes. I want to see your scores when you get back. Or for me as a coach and a trainer, I'm giving my kids homework now. So now I say, you know, because you know the hour and a half that they spend with me a week is not going to be enough work put in. So they need to get more work. So I expect them to get at least another hour throughout the week on their own, which I think is important for kids to spend time on their own on their game, because that's showing the initiative to improve, which I think is a huge part of it. So.
Oh, for sure. And when you speak of initiative, I mean, I think about your journey, which feels from the outside looking in maybe very linear, like you went from one kind of success to another based on your own tenacity, we'll say, based on your own ability to really network, to really seek out answers. But often that's not something that a lot of people have the ability or maybe the skill set to do in the way that you did. How do you feel that an incubator like the Innovation Incubator might have helped you or can help others in their journey?
Yeah, that's a really good question. First of all, it wasn't linear, and it wasn't just success after success after success. It was failure, and I still feel like I'm failing, and I hope that I will continue to fail, because I feel like I learned the most. And I learned in success, I learned too, but I think the incubator would have given me more opportunity, because it's a resource, and you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? And so going through this process, I did have, like I said, I had a lot of really good friends that helped me really cultivate the idea and really build it with a lot of things that I didn't even know how to do at the time, and kind of learned along the way. But I think the incubator is a great opportunity for people to, like, if they have an idea in their mind, to come here and say, all right, here's my idea. Let me draw it out on this board. Let me see if I can maybe engineer or construct something here that I can put my hands on, and then build my proof of concept. I might get it together and it might tip over too much, or maybe it breaks too easy, but at least then I can fix that problem, build it, and just continue to build. And like I said, this is a 10-year process, so a lot of time, a lot of struggle, a lot of times where you're like, man, I don't even know if this is worth it. I don't even know if what I'm doing is the right thing. I'm investing my entire life into this idea that I'm not even sure is gonna do everything that I want it to do, you know. But I think that the faith that you develop during the process, and trusting the process, you know, and staying true to the process is what's important. Having patience, you know, not expecting everything to be done now. When we signed the licensing agreement with Skills, it was almost 15 to 18 months before it got in the boxes, before we got to sell it. So, you know, like that seems like not that long, I guess, now, but at the time, every day was like, man, we're coming up on Christmas. I wish we had it in box, whatever. And you're like, you know, instead of, you know, you want to call and be like, hey, hurry up. But then you're like, man, like, just trust, be patient, you know. And that's I think, one thing that, you know, you learn along the way. But I think every resource that you can tap into is going to help, you know. And this is one that's like, oh my gosh, this is like such an expansive resource that, you know, people here have been through it or they've already done it, or so you can
Right.
tap into their experiences,
Right.
which is
Which is kind of like that support network. If
Yeah.
you don't have,
Mhm.
the connections that maybe you had, or
Right.
again, kind of that initiative.
Yeah, I can't even
pushing.
imagine. There's no way I could have done this alone. There's absolutely no way. The people that helped me along the way and that continue to help me, I'm forever grateful to, because they helped me get through a lot of those times when I was wanting to, if I wanted to stop, or if I didn't think that it was right, somebody would say, just keep going, it's okay, you got this, and I'm like, you know what, I do have it. And then over time I just learned to just be more and more positive, and not that I was ever a negative person, but failing sucks. It takes a lot out of you, you know what I mean? And you can either allow it to continue to take from you, or you can make it be fuel to like push you through it,
Right.
which ultimately is what I think I've learned to do more and more, is taking the failure, learning from the results of the failure, and using it as fuel to push to the next accomplishment. So.
Right, and even when you succeed, you're still not done, right? Because you've
Right.
iterated this so many times now. It's
Oh
evolved.
yeah, and it's still not even close. I still have probably another 500 videos I want to shoot. I still have other things design-wise that I want to do to it. And this is done is better than perfect. And so like we're just now. This is actually the first time we're introducing this new phone holder concept to the public. The app's been out for it is. The app's been out for about a year, and I've been developing the phone holder piece for about 6 months, and then the workbook I've been working on that over the last couple of years. So it's all kind of coming together now, and you are pretty much the first people to see it. I mean, there's a few close family and friends that have seen it, but this is the first time it's been public. So.
Well, that's phenomenal, and we're so blessed to have you here today. And I just really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And if people are interested, they can find the Dribble Stick on
dribblesticktraining.com is a good place to purchase it. The phone holders and accessories, or the phone holder, will be available on dribblesticktraining.com. It is not in stores yet, so we're kind
exclusively online.
Exclusively online, yep. And so it's a package deal. You can get a stick and a phone holder. The app is free. There are free workouts. There's about 30 free workouts, and then starting in another 2 weeks, we'll have live streaming videos, and then on demand, which we're excited about, because that way we can really kind of take over, tap into the technology, I guess. So.
Right, continue to build kind of that
audience. Yeah,
That's
and
huge.
it's still not done. We're still growing, and we're still learning, and we're still trying to help as many kids as we can gain confidence and learn how to work hard and learn how to push themselves and stuff like that. So.
Great. Well, I really appreciate you.
Yeah,
today.
thank you, Nick. Man, I always appreciate seeing you.
And we'll have you on as you continue to just keep innovating and improving your amazing invention here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
And we'll catch you
Happy
guys next
Thanksgiving.
time. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.